So let me ask you this.
Hit me.
So for your transition from YouTube, well, not from YouTube, but your channel, because you came up with Pokemon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what have you experienced in going in different avenues? Oh, shit. He said, oh, fuck no.
That's a love-hate relationship right there.
I don't know. Do you want the long story or the really hard? Do you want the harsh truth? Or do you want the
Just give me the whatever the compressed hard truth is.
people are fucking stupid.
Oh.
Well, no. Listen, I say that in both a loving and in a real way. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, for me, I've noticed that it basically being in the Pokemon community kind of made me like understand. It kind of gave me like a safe haven to like grow. Because it was kind of just like, I'm blowing Pokemon, I can do whatever I want. It's Pokemon, who's gonna, you know what I'm saying, who's gonna, whatever. But like, as like, you know, the curtain falls and you're backstage looking at all the actors and shit, the people that people look up to, you meet them and shit like that. It's kind of just like, yo, like this shit kind of ass. Then you get to the business side of it, you realize that these brands are not really pushing content creation for Pokemon. Mm-hmm. You're not. And when I found that out, it was like, why?
Yeah.
The audience is kids. They're trying to set us at the kids. Why not go Pokemon? I don't know.
Kids ain't got no goddamn money.
Yeah, and then then I found out the Pokemon company themselves has like specific channels blacklisted from working with them.
Oh no.
And I was on that list for a while. And I was just like, that's so fucking stupid, because now I don't want to be that guy and like, look at other people or whatever, but it's like now there's people that with less than me getting the opportunity to be flown out by Pokemon, all this favoritism bullshit. I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What? And so I'm like, okay. So that taught me to kind of just, focus on your channel and just grow your base, grow your people, and just, focus on that shit. Everybody else will have their own stories, have their own experience, that it is what it is. But unfortunately, because of the climate of the Pokemon community, and I guess at the time, the group of people that I was with, we kind of like added more toxicity to the community itself.
Yes.
And it kind of backfired. It backfired when 2019, one of the main guys, the main character in this group rather, got outed for deadass being a creep. Being, he was texting like he had a whole underage boyfriend. He was like, he had a relationship with an underage person a couple years ago. Nappy. We know who this is. The King Nappy, right? And literally, it was the way the community that we built kind of turned on us. And it was like, nigga, I'm not touching kids. I'm not talking to nobody, nigga. I'm a regular ass dude from Chicago, Illinois, right?
Association, that's why.
Yeah. Where I'm from, nigga, that shit is weird. You know what I'm saying? Where my little neighborhood I'm from, that shit is weird as fuck. So my thing was like, it was so easy for them to like throw niggas away, and it was kind of just like, yo, like I felt a way. I was like, hey, yo, what the fuck going on? And then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, look, if y'all are going to like sit there and bash people who had literally nothing to do with that situation, and then apparently assume that we conspired against him, I'm out of this bitch. And so for like the last 2 or 3 years, I've deadass been making like small strides to leave the Pokemon community. And not everybody's gonna come over, that's fine. But with how much like, I guess, hurt there is in that community, it's kind of just like, I don't want to be here no more if y'all are going to be selective now with who and when you choose to support, and when like, y'all are gonna fuck with me and when you're not gonna fuck with me. Because I've seen so many comments about Nappy still to this day about, he's actual ban word in all my shit. Everything. Him.
At some
and
point, I feel like you gotta make that jump.
Well, no, and it's coming. It's coming. I don't.
I was you taking small steps.
I promise you, for those who don't know, and I'm gonna say this shit right now. I've told Mikey this. Yoko knows this. Sai kind of knows this. When Sacred, the gaming channel, surpasses Almighty, and when I make enough on Twitch to kind of like supplement, because I make a lot of money on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, I make a lot of money on YouTube. The very moment either Twitch or Sacred Gaming passes that, which they're close, by the way, I'm out of here. I'm never touching Pokemon again unless it's a new game. Because I noticed how the community is now. The community is a bunch of people who don't like the game anymore. So they'll sit there and they'll be real selective with how they fuck with you.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'ma just I see I'm not wanted unless you want like a fan game or a ROM hack out of me. I'm obviously growing as a person, so I want to like expand my reach and shit more. So I definitely want to like get the hell out of here and kind of like, you know, spread my wings. It's like I don't want to sit here and I'm like, look, this was it for me. If I, as a content creator with how much subscribers that I have, cannot make at least more than 5 to 10% of that in viewership, then what good is this anyway? What good is this? You know, if y'all are hounding me for Pokemon content and y'all are like, you know, mad when I do other video games and not showing support when I do other games, but then when I do Pokemon content, y'all are still not there. It's like, hey, yo, what the fuck am I doing this for then?
Yeah.
And then you'll have the people who are like, yo, you know, I support you. I said, okay, cool. If that's the case, let's go somewhere else. Oh, I don't like Twitch. I don't like the games in the Sacred Gaming channel. Then what the fuck do you like? And they don't want to talk. They're not talking. You know what I'm saying?
I don't really comment on YouTube videos.
We said this last season or whatever. We said closed mouths do not get fed. You can like a content creator all you want, but unless you're very honest with what you want from them niggas, they're not gonna know what the fuck to upload. They're just doing what the fuck they want to do. And for me, I want to like when I want to play Pokemon, you'll know I want to play Pokemon. When I don't, you'll know. When it's time to do a collab with Nexus or somebody, you'll know. But if you're barely commenting on videos, if you're not following me on Twitter when I make these drastic changes and shit to the channel, if you're not doing all this extra shit, how the fuck do you expect me to sit here and entertain you when you're not vocal and or around enough to see the changes being made? And then when they are made, you're mad at me because I made a change that you didn't like, but I'm like, wait a minute, wait. When was the last time you commented? 4 months ago? Nigga, this change was made last month. Where the fuck were you at to where now you're complaining about it? You know what I'm saying? You're not around anyway. So what do you, so I think for me, I think my audience personally, I think my audience is changing. I think I'm in this weird spot where I'm in this really, really weird spot where my community is changing and adapting to the new Nick. And now it's time as Nick now to, like I said, be as transparent as possible. Sometimes I don't want to play this shit, and if you don't like that shit, if you don't want to see these changes, by all means, go ahead and unsubscribe. That's fine. Because the people that are complaining, the people that do have so much to say, are barely even liking the videos, barely even commenting, and barely even buying the merch and or coming out to the streams. So it's like what, and barely
so much
even
to say.
Yeah, and barely even barely even watching the content they literally
are critiquing.
They're like, oh, your titles are clickbaity, your thumbnails are clickbaity. I'm like, you do realize I did that was to get you to comment, right?
Yep.
Because before that, you weren't
like
commenting. You know what I'm saying? I made these changes for you to comment because guess what? Before I did that, you weren't commenting. You weren't leaving a like. You weren't here whenever these series are going on. And because of you not being here, you fucked up all my analytics. And like, all my money's down and shit like that. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to adapt because guess what? All these other white million subscriber channels are doing this shit. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm not going to fall behind. All because you say you give a fuck up. No, fuck no. Fuck you.
I'm just waiting for the 2 ads per minute, Nick. That's
there. I just made that change. Not even to that, bro. I promise you. I literally sat here. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, so you expect me, and you gotta sit down and really be real with yourself. It's like, wait a minute. So I'm expected to sit here, do these 2012, 2013 style ass thumbnails and titles and shit, right?
Because they don't like
just for the same people who don't show up anyway to complain about it when changes to make them show up change.
Whoa,
you do realize the changes were made to make you complain, right? Because guess what? Without that, you weren't gonna do it anyway. So that's my thing. You have to realize, like, hey, like Shai said, not all money is good money. But guess what? Your entire following is not always there for you. So my 150,000 subscribers, if you were to take out all the inactive ones, all the ones that subscribe to the nap or subscribe through the nappy shit, I'd probably be back at like 190,000 subscribers. Probably even less than that. And that's fine because at least
I feel that way too.
But at least the turnaround would be, the numbers would reflect.
By myself.
The turnaround would reflect the actual stats because there's actual numbers behind this. People get mad at you for changing everything based off of the numbers. And my thing is this, right? My thing is like, look, I am a black dude from Chicago who was lucky enough to make thousands of dollars playing Pokemon. Fucking Pokemon, right? And because of that, I've been able to expand. I've been able to do the podcast. I've been able to do the Twitch. I've been able to do the website, the Sacred Gaming channel. Because of me playing Pokemon, I've been able to open other avenues for myself and eventually avenues for my friends to get paid off of, right? Unfortunately, the game that I centered myself around, the community that I helped build, backfired on me. And some of them all grew up, you know? We gotta have that conversation about people growing out of you when it comes to content creation, right? But for the most part, I'm not against those people. You know what I'm saying? Niggas have lives, niggas have school, niggas have jobs, families and shit now. We're grown now. You know what I'm saying? Those are not the people I'm talking to. And that's what gets people confused. When you talk to them, they think you're talking to them personally, but it's like, no. I'm talking to the specific group of people that have so much to say but do so little.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. My thing is, hey, if you have not bought a lick of merch at all and you had the money, you don't matter to me. I'm sorry, you don't. And that's facts. If you're not out at either every other stream or every stream to see changes being made, I'm sorry to say that you're gonna have to find out on your own. Mm-hmm. If you're not following me on Twitter or watching or reading the community tabs and shit for the information that's there. You know what I'm saying? Because for me, I'm a transparent motherfucker. I'm going to give you the information, and how you decide to do this is based off of it is up to you. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So if I'm telling you, hey, I'm making these changes on this YouTube shit, and you don't find out until you have a problem with it, guess what? You're a month behind. You should have been here. You should have been more vocal about this shit up on like Twitter or in the community tab or some shit in the comment section or something. Don't wait a whole month because now YouTube has a thing where you can actually search people's usernames. And so every time I see a comment like that, like, oh, you did this, you're doing that, you're doing this, I copy and paste their name, go to the search bar, and I click enter. It'll show their comment logs. It'll show the last time they commented and what they commented. And the people that I've seen complain always have never commented or have never commented in the last 6 or 7 months. Do you not know how much shit can change in 6 or 7 months, especially on the internet?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got to show me how to do that feature.
It's like the same way you don't have time for me, the same way you don't have time to watch me consistently, I don't have time to wait to entertain you. I'm going to go find a replacement for you, and I'm going to get 2 or 3 more consistent people to entertain. Because at the end of the day, as a content creator, you want the consistent motherfuckers. The consistent number brings in the new guy, right?
Yeah.
So, I hate to say this to a random person who's never around for the last 6 or 7 months, but I'm not gonna wait for you to like my content all of a sudden, or to comment all of a sudden, or to do shit. I'm on to the next shit already. After this series is done, I'm on to the next one already. After this this accolade is done, I'm done. I move on to the next one. After this benchmark happens, I'm done. I'm on to the next one. You have to understand that as a content creator, you have a lot more power in this shit than you think you do. You have to also accept that there may be good or bad that comes with that decision to do that, right? And at some point, you gotta be like, look, man, fuck them. Fuck entitled viewers and fuck people that love to complain. That's why I don't want to say I show favoritism, but I kind of do. It's like, that's why when people are vocal about shit they don't like, or are vocal about, maybe that wasn't the play, maybe that wasn't the, you know what I'm saying? That's when they get fed. You know what I'm saying? That's when they get, okay, cool, I'll look into this. I'll adjust, make sure it fits them and shit, and we move on.
We can start being like Moon and being capitalist.
Hey,
We need to.
Tiers, you know. Yeah, anyways, if you're not a tier 3 sub, I'm not going to start talking to you until you are. Only the rich motherfuckers can say anything. Anyways, yeah.
Hey, no. But even then, like, you know, I've learned to detach myself from the results. And when in regards to YouTube, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Like Sacred Almighty, I do not care about this shit like that. If I want to play Pokemon, I'll play Pokemon. If I'm in a stride to book record, I'll book record. I'll chop that shit up, put that shit up, run ads on it. That's it. But unless you're a paying member or somebody in the Discord, I do not give a damn. I don't care. Because I got tired of feeling like a slave. That's what it was for me. It was like, because at some point, like I said, you get obsessed with the numbers. You get like absorbed into this shit because it becomes your livelihood now. Now you're like, damn, bro, I got to start making money now. And it's like, wait a minute. You don't want to drain yourself out. You don't want to try to please everybody because you can't. When I hit that stride again last week, I said, you know what? Fuck them. Fuck them, because I let all those negative comments get in my head. I was like, fuck them. I don't give a fuck about them.
You gotta watch out for that shit.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that bullshit. I went right back to making my titles the same way they complained about it. I lost like 5 subs. Guess what? I gained 15 back. Same day.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. They don't matter. It's just one person that's that one comment. That one comment will get you out of character and it'll fuck you up. But for me, it was multiple. But that's when I literally was just like, okay, copy, paste, put name in there, check. If they haven't commented on any of the recent videos that have been going up before this one that they complained about, I'm not listening to it. I'm hiding that person on this channel forever. They'll never be seen again. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. So that's my thing. You have to learn when to take this shit in your own hands. And I've noticed that, like I said, I focused on the people that were there. Focus on the people that came out. Focus on the people that are in the stream. Oh, look at her. You gotta focus on the people that show up, because the people that show up are your core. They are your base. They are. Like for me not making like on YouTube, like for me to even still have 1,000+ viewerships when my channel is supposedly dead, that's the core audience right there.
Yep.
And I found out a lot more people could be making a lot more money if they put a lot more ads on their videos. Off 1,200 views on a video, I'm fine. Monetarily, I'm fine. So I don't need that. I don't need to do that extra shit. The extra clickbait shit is to get people to watch. More people to watch or whatever. But as far as my base goes, I'm good. And that's my thing. You just have to learn to detach yourself from this shit, because the moment you let it get to you, it just breaks you out of character. It gets you out, because I promise you, I was absorbed into the numbers last week. I felt fucked up. I was like, damn. That's what started it. That little downward spiral last week, that's what started. I was sitting there, I was reading comments and shit, looking at like numbers. I'm like, bro, fuck. And I was beating myself up internally. And it was like, bro, wait a minute. What am I doing? What is Nick doing, right? I got so much shit that I want to do. I got so much shit in my head that I want to do. I have people that need me to be on my A game for. What the fuck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Fuck that. Give me back my shit. And deadass was like, cool. If niggas gonna complain, they gonna unsubscribe anyway. They're not gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? If it's so easy for them to not come up every couple months, okay. It should be easy for you to ignore them. You have to know when to take in the criticism loosely. Because a lot of criticism on the internet, there's a lot of backhanded compliments and a lot of shade. Know the difference. As a content creator growing up, know the difference. That's the biggest advice. Because when this shit gets negative and it looks pretty on the outside, man, it's a lot of internal battles niggas gotta deal with. Niggas be staying up all night thinking about what to do next, when, how, and if it flops, back to the drawing board. Oh, look at her.
She finna start talking. She finna start talking.
Right.
She
She
finna
finna
start
she
talking.
finna talk her shit.
But that's
What she tryna talk
that's
about?
the answer to your question. That's the answer to that's
You
the,
should
that's
you
the,
definitely should have asked for the short version because this nigga
That's
can
the-
still go another 10 minutes.
That's the
I know,
transparent.
right?
You know, that's it. That's it. That's the transparent version of it.
I mean,
that's,
I did
that's
ask
the
for a
real
short version. Though. I said condensed.
He said the hard truth. The hard truth is long.
Condensed.
Man, condensed as hell.
My
I feel you
bad.
though.
You're good. This ain't my child, mind y'all, that are watching the video.
Oh
This
my
ain't
goodness.
mine.
Thank God.